What's up, guys? RyHo here yet again, and this is a little Oh the Horror segment. I've been talking about doing one of these again for a little while now, and this is one that I wanted to do for some time. I know that one of my subscribers, Tensetsu, requested it, and maybe a few other people did too. If you did, I apologize. I'm fairly certain that when I went back though and checked my old videos, that he had requested it. So it's one that I wanted to talk about for quite some time, and as you can see by the title, it is Child's Play. Directed by Tom Holland, who did, of course, Fright Night and The Langoliers and Thinner. It has Chris Sarandon in it from Fright Night, Catherine Hicks, who was the mother in Seventh Heaven, I believe. I think it was Seventh Heaven, something like that. And then there's a little boy in it who is, what's the name of the actor that plays him? Oh, it's going to drive me nuts now. Alex Vincent. And most importantly, then you got Brad Dourif, who, you know, was in the Lord of the Rings movies, as Wormtail, a bunch of other stuff. He plays Chucky. I'm going to mention this right off the hop. I said Tom Holland directed it. If you get the new DVD and you're looking for a commentary by Tom Holland, you're not going to find one. He wasn't allowed to put one on for some reason. I don't know what the whole thing is, but anyway, you can download one that he did for it off the internet. I think it's on Icons of Fright. I wouldn't know anyway because I have, this is my copy of Child's Play. It is an old beat up VHS. Look at this thing. It is ratty as hell. This is like an original release. I think it came out in like '89, right after the movie came out, which was '88. It's an MGM release. It's older than hell. And I think it like got water damage. I got it from a video store that was getting rid of stuff for like, I don't know, it was really cheap. It was called Real Big Video, I think. Anyway, that's my copy. So I wouldn't know anything about the DVD really anyway, but as far as the movie goes, it follows a detective played by Chris Sarandon, who is after this serial strangler by the name of, I think it's Charles Lee Ray. Chases the guy down into this sort of a toy store, and the guy knows he's done for, so he does some kind of weird magic thing, some voodoo shit, and somehow puts his essence inside this good guy doll. You know, cut to little Alex Vincent. He's a little boy, about 6 years old. It's his birthday. His mom wants to get him a gift, and she eventually, from a guy on the street, gets a cheap good guy doll for him because that's his favorite show. And it ends up being, you know, a bad choice because it is, what's the good word for it? It has been imbued with the evil soul of Charles Lee Ray, Chucky. He's there. And yeah, basically, as it goes, Chucky decides he wants to get revenge on some of the people that fucked him over. He wants to kill his getaway guy that took off on him, and he wants to kill the cop that pretty much killed him. And he goes after, it's sort of like a revenge in that sense, but the kid keeps getting blamed for the stuff, so the mother starts trying to figure out what's going on, and then really oddly, it's like really quickly she figures out that it's, like, she notices there's no batteries in the Chucky doll, so she's like, maybe my son's right and it is alive, instead of thinking maybe they put batteries in it, like, and she goes looking for it to check it out, and there's no batteries in it. She realizes it is alive, and Chucky bites her, and then she really quickly figures out, like, she goes and finds the bum that sold it to her, and she figures out, you know, who the guy was that taught Charles Lee Ray the voodoo stuff, and it's really weird, it's funny, but, I mean, it's a movie, who gives a fuck, anyway, and it moves the story along really well. So things that, Tom Holland does really well in this film are, I mean, the whole film, of course, with this doll, it was like a puppet, mixed in with an actor. I'm trying to remember if it was, I think Ed Hale is the name, or Ed Gale of the actor, but I can't remember. I think it's a little kid or something like that, and they would have cut in between of this puppet and then, you know, the little kid running around. I think it's a little kid. It might have been a little person, a midget or something like that. I can't remember, but anyway. And they do a really great job of that. And he also, you know, a lot of times in these scenes, showing too much of the doll would be really bad because it's really clunky looking and goofy looking and stuff like that. But he does a really good job of cutting away from it and doing little scenes where he's like running away. And I think the puppet looks great. I think that the mix between that and the real person looks great. And I think he did a great job of mixing it all together and making it something believable. I mean, how many people don't like Child's Play, really? I mean, I hate like killer doll movies. I don't watch them, but I love Child's Play. I think it's a great little movie. Also, he does great jobs of creating suspense in other ways. Like, there's one scene where Catherine Hicks is, looking at this mural on the wall trying to figure out something, and Chris Sarandon's character comes up behind her, but you don't know it's him. It could be anybody, and he comes up in the shadows. Really great how to shot that, and with the music and everything. It was really shot well. I don't know what the hell I said before. Really good use of the shadows and the music and stuff like that. So there's a suspense created like that. Of course, the movie has like pretty much no gore in it, except for like one scene where Chucky meets up with the voodoo guy, and that's really just a bloody scene. There's not really a whole lot of gore, but that scene makes me laugh too because he's talking to this witch doctor guy. I don't know what else to call him. I think his name is Johnny, and Johnny starts going on about how Chucky like perverted his teachings and transferring himself into the doll. He created an abomination and all that stuff. It's like, why was this guy, if he's so worried about the purity of his teachings, why was he hanging out with like a serial fucking strangler? Like, I guess he wouldn't have known he was a serial strangler, I guess is why, but you would think the guy wouldn't have been a very cool dude to hang out with. He must have been pretty fucked up. But anyway, I don't know, I found that funny. Also, Chucky says this hilarious line right there. They're like talking and something like that, and essentially Johnny lets him know that in order for him to get out of the good guy doll, he has to transfer himself into the body of the first person that he revealed himself to. And of course the first person is Alex Vincent, the little boy. And he says, he straight up says this line. He says, "Well, I've got a date with a 6-year-old boy." It's like, what, really? When you wrote that, were you really thinking, like, who the hell? Oh man! And putting it in the movie, like I was sitting there, like every time I hear it, I roar. Like it just makes me weak. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but anyway. I don't know what else to say. I'm just checking my notes here. Yeah, I mean, I guess really to reiterate. Really good effects with the doll and stuff, and well shot so that it's not like really hokey looking, not on the doll all the time. Of course, sometimes it's gonna look hokey. Really no gore. The goriest thing I guess in the film is what happens to Chucky, and that is really good. The effects on the doll at the end are really good. And they do a good job of making Chucky this more ferocious character, and also the effects they do on the face sometimes, to make him look like menacing and stuff are really kind of good. The little boy, Alex Vincent, really good actor for his age in this movie, and everyone else in it, like Chris Sarandon, Catherine Hicks, and of course Brad Dourif, technically. Great actors, and they pull it off. I mean, you're watching a killer doll movie, and you're sort of in suspense and stuff like that the whole film. There's some funny parts. There's some pretty great music. I don't know. It all comes together in like a nostalgia fest. Like, I think most kids wanted to see this movie when it came out because they really wanted to see like a killer doll movie. I mean, the idea of this being like a, you know what I mean, a killer on the loose. Plus, I don't know, great cover and just it sold it. You know what I mean? And it might be nostalgia, but I don't know. I don't really care for the sequels to these movies at all. I think I like the second one because it's really a direct continuation of this one, but it's a little different. But some of them get like out of hand after a while, and I didn't watch the last one. I think the last one I watched was Bride of Chucky, and I saw it in the theater. It's been a while since I watched them, but I think this one's a solid movie. And I mean, if you're into horror films, you've definitely seen it. But if you haven't, go out, get your hands on it. I think you can get the special edition DVD. It's like Chucky's birthday edition, I think, for pretty cheap. I'm gonna have to get it eventually. I saw it at Walmart one day, I didn't pick it up, and I don't know why. And I think you can even get a box set of all the other movies from 2 on for really cheap too. So you can get them all for probably under $30, I would imagine. But you need to definitely go out and check out Child's Play. Give it a watch. It'll definitely be worth it. And yeah, that's all I have to say, guys. I hope you enjoyed the new Over the Horror segment. Again, I'm going to try and wheel out some more of these for you guys, but I wanted to whip this one up. Yeah. I guess that's all I gotta say. So I want to thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will talk to you soon. So peace.